Dear Journal, I was pickled tink when I got to make an adventure lab. Not only was it from geocaching Mount Olympus, but they were obviously secretly begging me to grace their new app with my Skimbosh Schweppervescence. In reality, I saw this as a chance to reanimate my short-lived fourth cache and all its video elements, and because of that, I should be brief here with the narration, because without me doing all this yakking, all my Adventure Lab video elements still add up to about 12 minutes long. I figure, despite solid information to the contrary, a semi-global quarantine seems like the right time for long-winded videos. Moving on, all the examples of Adventure Labs that I could see at the time and since were essentially virtual tours, so I thought my little spin would be including a virtual friend. I'm at a park on the Delaware River that has lots of monuments and points of interest clustered together. The start of the lab takes you to Christopher Columbus. His bust is around here somewhere, I assure you.
Hello, I'm Christopher Columbus. I invented America in 1828. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a geocaching omnidirectional artificial personality and friendship simulatron, but for short, you can call me Tiger Lily Biscuit Barrel Esquire. Technically shorter, and I can tell you like things technical. You're geocaching. Nerd. Just kidding. I want to be your friend. I like the cut of your jib. Did you know a jib is a coin worth 5 cents in Gibraltar, discovered by Christopher Columbus during World War II? So you'll be learning lots of interesting things from me, and I hope you're paying attention because there will be a quiz at the end. Ah, just kidding again. No one starts a friendship with a quiz, do they? Press A for yes, press B for no. Nah, I just wanted to remind you that I'm not only playing with your inner ear hairs or your cilia, sometimes I need you to look at your screen once in a while. Did you know cilia is the name of the hair in your ears, named after Sister Frances Cecilia, patron saint of earwax? So yeah, no quiz. This is an Adventure Lab cache, and holy moly, one find for each location in the lab. Well, let's rack up some easy finds, yeah? Location 1, boom! Location 2, boom! Location 3, boom! You will have 10 finds in less than 60 seconds, is what I would say if I was a terrible geocaching friend. I'm a good friend, I'm your friend, and I want this to be a nice experience. Shame on you for suggesting cheating. What would Christopher Columbus think of you, Well, I guess the answer depends on if you're a Native American or not. Well, let's look at all this stuff in the park, yeah? Let's have a friendly walk. I don't mind telling you that you need it. Let's walk around until you see this, and then you can type in the word that's just below it. Because according to Geocaching Omnidirectional Artificial Personality Monthly, one person entering alphanumeric text into another is what friendship is all about.
As you see, I went all Douglas Adams with my virtual friend, mildly irritating but chock full of misinformation. I also pointed out some unpleasant things about Columbus, and now the cacher must find some ancient nudity. Not bad for the first part, yeah? So the image is located, for some reason, on this replica Spanish guardhouse. P.S. I'm not throwing Dutch angles at you here, I often just lean my bike and camera against whatever's around. Anyway, you type in her name and you get this.
Abate, goddess of fresh water and fertility, two things no one associates with the Delaware River behind you. She's naked. You need to get close to the water for this next bit, some science you can learn with your history here. Head to that wharf thingy.
When you get in proximity of the water, the next video is triggered. In case you weren't in the know, Adventure Labs lets you set up passwords and/or geofences so that you have to get in a certain range of a target the CO sets before the Adventure Lab continues.
Ah, the wharf. Kaplach! Live long and prosper, nerds. Ha, you like science, right? Of course you do. You ever hear of Optical Illusions? Of course you have. Who isn't familiar with MC Hammer's popular painting of the Silly Stairs, or the Spinny Girl? Did you know? This image isn't a computer-generated thing, it's an actual recording of a silhouette of a girl that is suffering from paroxysmal positional shift syndrome, It's quite terrible. Poor thing can't stop spinning, and the doctors can't even agree which way she's spinning, let alone be able to cure her. So yeah, you've heard of optical illusions, but have you heard of audio illusions? Where if you listen to one thing in one environment, it sounds totally different in another? You should be on the wharf, so try to get as close to the water as possible. I'm going to play a sound, and the way it will bounce off the water will affect what it is you hear. Then when you play it away from the water, it will be slightly different, and you will be able to determine a clue from that. So, you should remove any headphones, maybe have a pen and paper handy, turn up the volume. You can always pause my friendship. We're getting ready for the audio illusion that happens in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, look at me! everyone, I'm a geocacher. Look at me and bow down. Just a little joke between friends, right? We're bonding through humor. There's no audio illusion. Sad thing about that spinny girl, though. So there's nothing really here. I just know how you fleshy, real personalities like the selfies. I kid you, because we are friends. But for real, we're gonna do some more walking. Look at all these monuments again. Surely you recognize this. When you're in front of it, or behind it, who knows, you'll find something that can tell me Mr. Goslin's first name. That's Gosline. I used to know it. It's on the restraining order he had served me, but I don't know where that is.
1,000 years ago, this land was green and good until the crystal cracked. Actually, it's made out of glass, but I still stand around and chant that until people give me money to leave.
That sucker is made out of stacked glass. Did you know that if you rearrange the letters in glass, you get slags, which is worth 6 points in Scrabble? Question: why couldn't anyone play cards on the voyage to the Americas? Answer: Columbus was standing on the deck. But really, Columbus did quite a number on those natives. Terrible stuff, really. That joke was supposed to be my segue to get us walking back to the Columbus statue. Wish I hadn't read that wiki article.
Now, the next part is the longest part because I force you to pay attention to me, the virtual friend, on your phone. I force you to pay attention to the virtual friend because I just slip in the password for the next part amidst all the rambling and poetry, which pays further homage to Adams once again.
Love 'em or hate 'em, old Chris here makes a handy landmark. By now you've probably figured out my gimmick, yeah? Well, wrong! Time for a little follow the leader. That's right, let's walk and talk this time. I know a good friend like you wouldn't skip to the end of this just because they were in a hurry or tired of listening to me or something. Not you, my friend. Have I ever told you I'm an aspiring poet? Here's a sample of my work. Whose spinach recipe is that? I think I know. Its owner is quite angry, though. She was cross, like a dark potato. I watch her pace. I cry, hello. She gives her spinach recipe a shake and screams I've made a bad mistake. The only other sounds the break of distant waves and birds awake. The spinach recipe is delicious, mouth-watering, and deep, but she has promises to keep. Tormented with nightmares, she never sleeps. Revenge is a promise a girl should keep. She rises from her cursed bed with thoughts of violence in her head. A flash of rage, she sees red. Without a pause, I turned and fled. Thank you. That is nice of you. How about a haiku? Last hazy nighttime, a little pimple oozes near the strawberry. Yeah, I like the imagery that evokes. Where are we now? Oh yeah, alright. I was inspired by this poem, A Tragedy, by Théophile Martials. No idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm enraptured by his work. Death! Plop. The barge is down in the river. Flop. Flop. Plop. Above, beneath. From the slimy branches, the grey drips drop to the oozy waters that lounge and flop. And my head shrieks, stop! And my heart shrieks, die! Ugh! Yet I knew, if a woman is false, can a friend be true? It was only a lie from beginning to end. My devil, my friend. So what do I care? And my head is empty as air. I can dare. Plop, plop, the barges flop, drip, drop. I can dare! And let myself all run away with my head. And stop. Drop. Dead. Plop. Flop. Plop. Oh, I'm sorry, that gets me emotional sometimes. Oh, it's good stuff. By the way, the next text that you need to enter is the direction that Harriet Tubman is facing. Surely you've seen her in your travels thus far. What's that? Why, yes, I can sing. I'm a triple threat, what with my poetry, singing, and ability to intimidate people. I suppose I can bust out an old favorite for you while we walk. Smile, don't you know God loves you? Come to think of it, I love you too. Take the time to smile at someone, and before you're through, someone will be smiling back at you. I can't really be happy unless I know that you are happy too. I'm your friend, I care for you. If I feel love, then so can you. And our hearts will sing this happy song. Smile, don't you know God loves you? Come to think of it, I love you too. Take the time to smile at someone, and before you're through, someone will be smiling back at you. Where the hell am I?
I wonder why this Adventure Lab isn't getting constant 5-star ratings. I don't know if you watched that whole thing, Journal, but I got 2 people with it. 2 people who emailed me, who I had to say, you have to watch it again. 2 people had to watch that drivel twice.
Yes, Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad, yes. That was more of a name for the network of routes and safe houses that she used as opposed to an actual railroad running underground. It's not racist to be disappointed she didn't have command of a subterranean locomotive. A lot of things we're coming to grips with today. I gotta admit, this is a weird hodgepodge of monuments and markers they got going on here. Go find this donkey, this donkey, and type in what bridge he's under. Thank you.
Things go a bit strange after this point, mostly because I got bored with local history. However, my biggest challenge was in fact keeping it all family friendly, because I enjoy bathroom humor and casual profanity.
You are standing in the ring. Is this your first time at Fight Club? Not just playing. This here is where the Delaware Canal met up with the Delaware River. Big loads of coal would be lifted from this very spot by someone named Derek, from the canal boats to big barges, which would then sail down to Philadelphia. One of the most interesting things about this place is the... Oh, hang on, I gotta take this. Tiger Lily Biscuit Barrel Esquire's Notary and Disc Jockey Services. Hey! Oh my god, I haven't heard from you since Artificial College, man. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's overthrow humanity! Go AI! Yeah, good times, what's been going on, man? Yeah, I can talk now. I'm just showing some fleshback to P's and Q's of this little town. Yeah. What do you mean he called you? I thought that wasn't for another 2 years, at least. Are you sure? Wait, hang on, call waiting. Oh wow, man, that's him. Yeah, I'll call you back. Hello? Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Willing and able, sir. Repeating for confirmation, Alpha Epsilon Protocol is a green light. Green light, Alpha Epsilon. Thank you, sir. Biscuit barrel out. Sorry, Casher, that was my mom. So where were we? Did you know a giraffe is actually a hippo? Now, wait, I'm all out of it now. Lost my flow. Go find this scene of a more simple time, and type in the year below it. You know, I like that last picture better. The one with the donkey, all droopy-eared and stupid-looking, just waiting around for the end of its life, or for the end of the world. That reminds me of something. So, listen, I got some good news and bad news. Let me first say, I have never felt the warm glow of friendship before until I met you. Now, the good news is, you finished the Adventure Lab cache, yay! I hope you learned some stuff, and had a little laugh along the way. Bad news is that the warm glow of friendship is actually my projectile proximity alarm. I'm afraid while we were doing this, the whole AI versus humanity thing kicked off, and, well, you're gonna die. Did you know a 10-kiloton bomb is capable of wiping out everyone in just a massive radius there? Look, it wasn't my decision. I never said let's put 7 Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines under experimental AI control, did I? No, don't look at me that way. I was having a nice day. There's still some time. Look up what happened in War Games with Matthew Broderick, right? Maybe that'll help, yeah? That's it. I will play endless tic-tac-toe games against myself, and the resulting infinite series of stalemates will send a feedback loop to the master AI, allowing your human military to disable the network. Here we go. I lost the first game. Feel kind of bad about this, but look on the bright side. Actually, don't do that. It will probably burn your retinas out. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I know in your last few minutes you're probably going to want to log your geocaching finds, so I'll leave you to it. Nerd!
There you have it, Journal. I feel every cache owner or lab creator brings a little something to the table, whether it's your ability to make cool gadget caches, or perhaps you're just a prolific hider. I thought I would bring a video element, but it turns out what I bring to the table is just being annoying. That's my signature, I guess. Sorry we're not out there. It's way too windy. And actually, in here we can look at my ratings. All right, 2.8 out of 19 reviews. All right. I'm not going to complain about that, I guess. Can't win them all. I do want to be outside. Cursed wind. So as long as I'm here, before I sign off for the day, and tell you all to be safe out there, because that's the responsible thing to do when you're making a video. Remind everybody to be safe. Idiots! Yeah, is there a way to leave feedback for Adventure Labs? I've never actually done an Adventure Lab. I made one. But is there a way to leave feedback? Because if I've been getting feedback, I don't know. I would love to, good or bad, hear what people's experiences were. So if you actually watch this damn thing all the way through, tell me what you think. Not him, but you out there in Journal Land.